Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks, episode 84, 85?
86, 87?
Who knows? Might even be 86, I don't know. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by co-host Anonymous Phil.
Do you keep track of them?
Yes, we always have.
And how do you lose count every time?
I'll describe after we roll the intro. Shh. It's a whole... It's easy for me to lose track of.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First we have how our weeks have been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by a random 4th topic that we need to come up with still.
Me?
Oh, we. Yeah, you could help, you know.
Oh, I suppose.
Anyways, this is podcast 84. This is...
For sure?
Yes, I checked while the intro was rolling.
I see.
This is the last TGIF Talks of the year.
Yep.
And
no
it's... Huh?
What?
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 What were you gonna say?
I said no more podcasts.
Oh, no. We can't stop doing podcasts.
Is that what you thought I said?
That's exactly what you said. Well, no, anyways, this is going up Friday, the 24th of December, which means it's Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to everybody watching. And anybody who doesn't believe in Christmas, go to a Chinese restaurant and have shrimp fried rice.
Yum.
As I've learned, those are the only places open on Christmas, are Chinese restaurants.
And bowling alleys.
And yes, and movie theaters.
Yes. And apparently airlines.
Oh, right, yes. Well, I guess if we're going to talk about the week, was a whole story to talk about the past few days with me, but let's talk about your future. What are you doing next week?
Working.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I go to work tomorrow.
No, that's this week.
My work starts on Monday.
You know, I learned a thing. So the U.S. and several other countries, the week starts on Sunday.
Yes, but for most jobs, at least for my job, they consider the last day of the week Sunday.
Well, anyways, what are you doing next week?
I already told you, working.
2 weeks from now, even though it's
2
not
weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Yes, 2 weeks from now.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm going on some trip.
Some trip.
Some trip. Kyle can tell you more.
Kyle's not here.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you're going to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
I mean, you are going to Disney World, but like, I don't think there's gonna be enough time there to actually like see all the things that really everybody wants to see.
Yeah, I suppose not. That's kind of what happens with, trips, You get a glimpse of it.
Pretty much.
But we'll be there for a couple days, several days, so. I think there's like 4 major parks. Is it Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and was it Hollywood Studios?
I don't know.
Is that Hollywood is Star Wars, right?
I have no idea. I don't pay.
I guess they have some Star Wars themed park. I think that's Hollywood Studios.
Yes, and Kyle,
that's where we're going. And so we're spending a day at each of those. So a day at Magic Kingdom, day at Epcot, day at Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom. The other said that.
I mean, theoretically, if
And
I were
then
you guys, I would.
And what?
I mean, if I were you guys, I would probably like just basically give everybody free reign, and kind of just like, okay, go to what you want to go to, go visit what you want to visit.
It's supposed to be a family thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you all go and kind of follow around. Because what you think you might not enjoy, you may in turn actually really enjoy.
Yeah. No, I mean, the last big trip I went on, where they're like, fine, do what you want, I got lost.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Because Google wasn't updating. I couldn't get any service.
But if you had a group,
Well,
multiple
I
people
had a
being like,
group.
oh, I know where to go.
I had a group, and then the group told me, "Okay, yeah, go off, go do the thing, and then
Go
we'll
do
meet
whatever
you
a
here."
doctor do. Go do whatever a sheeple does.
So they were okay. Did I ever tell this story?
I have no idea what you're talking about right
It's
now.
Washington D.C.
No.
So I don't remember. So I was in Washington D.C. and my advisor took everybody but me to go see the Holocaust Museum. And I didn't want to see the Holocaust Museum. I wanted to
It
see.
was so cool. The only disappointing thing is you couldn't take any pictures. Because they wanted to, I don't know, preserve the artifacts, or I think that was part of it. But no, it was so cool.
Well, I don't remember what happened because I don't know. I had to stay with the main group then for a certain amount of time then, and I don't remember what we did. But anyways, the group was like, "Okay, Doc, goodbye. Go meet up with your advisor at the Smithsonian." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So away I went, walking around Washington D.C. by myself.
Am I making too much noise?
No.
Okay.
And I don't know how, I don't know why, but I couldn't find the Smithsonian.
What? The Smithsonian is not a museum. It's like 19 museums.
Right.
And it's like a huge strip between the Lincoln Memorial and the Capitol. How do you miss it? It's like 2 miles long.
Well, the issue was Google wasn't updating quick enough as I'm walking, right? And so, or it like turn here, but then I'm in the middle of some plaza and it's like, you've arrived. I'm like, arrived where? There's no signs. I don't know where I am. And so I'm like trying to figure out like where I'm supposed to go, and it just by the time I made
Where did you go? Did you
Huh?
want to go to the Holocaust, or where were you trying to go?
I wanted to go see Archie's chair.
RG?
Archie Bunker from All in the Family.
I don't know who that is.
It's a fictional character in a TV show from the 60s. Anyways, I wanted to go see that part of the Smithsonian. And I could not find the freaking entrance to the Smithsonian. That part anyways. By the time I made it, I had 15 minutes to get into the museum. By the time I made it into the museum, I had 15 minutes to go find his chair, get the pictures, and get back out. I managed to do it, but I didn't see crap.
Well, yeah, because, like I told you, there's like 19 museums of the Smithsonian.
But that's
when I
not
went
why I
there-
got lost.
No,
I had a
but it's-
specific museum punched into it, and Google
Did
did
you-
not take me
wait.
there. She took me to the other side, but to get back around to the entrance, it wasn't a straight shot.
Wait a second. Yeah. Wait.
This was
Okay, maybe you did answer my question. I forget what I was trying to ask.
This was like 5-6 years ago, so I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I mean, the last time I went to DC was when I was an 8th grader, right? So
Yeah.
that was like 9 years ago, thereabout.
Yeah.
And we went to 3 museums. We went to Air and Space,
We didn't get to do that.
National History, and American History.
I did get to
And
see the national. I did see.
I think we spent about like an hour and a half, 2 hours at each one.
So we did get to see the Natural History Museum. I kind of forgot about that. We got to see the actually I think the coolest museum. Had I gotten to see the Air and Space Museum, the coolest one we
They're
saw.
actually making an addition when I went. When I went, they said like opening spring, whatever the next year was. So they're doing some renovations. They're always adding stuff to the Smithsonian, but they're doing some big addition when I went.
Well, they were. So we got to see the Freedom of Speech museum.
I don't know what that one is.
Oh, it didn't exist when you went.
Oh,
It was like brand new.
yeah. I also went to the National Archives where the Declaration of Independence was.
We did not get to see We did not get to see that.
Oh, really?
No.
I mean, it's not. It's like, I don't know.
I
Kind of
got.
quick walkthrough. You know, they have like a big old room where all the famous documents. I think they had the Constitution in there, and it's like quick walkthrough, and then you're done. Oh, and then there's a gift shop, obviously.
I don't think I got to see the. No, we didn't. No, we didn't get to see that.
That's how a lot of the things were. It's like they kind of set us free inside the museum, and they said, let's all meet at the gift shop at this time, or at the front doors at this time. So we were free to explore the museum, but not the like entire Smithsonian, go to each museum we wanted.
I don't even really remember much anymore. It was only 5 years ago, but I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
No, but there were
We should go again.
eventually, yeah. But yes. Another story time from
Story time. I love story time.
from Friday. What a story. So
Friday.
yeah, I forgot to tell it to you. There's a lot of things I was supposed to do yesterday at Christmas. Like I was supposed to give my brother a check. Never did
You were
that.
supposed to go to the bank. You've been waiting for a Saturday that you didn't work so you could go to the bank.
But I had to get. See, the thing was, I had to get back home. I had to get to Will's, so I couldn't stop at a bank.
But you also could just fill out a deposit slip and drop it off after hours.
Yeah.
Do you know you
I've
can do
never
that?
tried to. Well, I've never tried to fill out a deposit slip at UBT. I don't know if they would let me do that. Well, no, it's not.
No, for Wells Fargo.
What? Why would I drop it off at Wells Fargo?
Where do you bank at?
UBT.
Oh,
Then they're all paperless. I don't know if I'm sure I can do it, but I don't know if you really can. But anyways, so Friday, we were supposed to do Christmas. We were supposed to do the Secret Santa. And so I get off work and I go straight to the old house. Go straight to my roommate's house. And I get there, it's only Rooster and I. And he's like, oh, Rondo will be here in a little bit. Rondo shows up, and it's like, okay, everybody was supposed to be there at 6 so that we could go to Mellow Mushroom at 7.
what is that a restaurant?
Yeah, you never been to the Mellow Mushroom?
No, never heard of it. Where's it at?
It's downtown, the Haymarket.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I never been to it, but I knew about it because they've been there every year. Anyways, I got to be a part of the Mellow Mushroom trip this year. So, anyways, we about 6:05 rolls around, and AK and his girlfriend were still not there. And so we text them, like, "Where are you?" And they're like,
Where are you?
"Huh?"
Go on.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we haven't left yet." And they're in a town that's an hour away.
What?
And so, like, we all kind of looked at each other like, I guess we'll do it after Mellow then. But the issue was, Rondo's girlfriend was drunk at the time because she just graduated from college. And she started drinking early. Like, they had drinks
she
at
graduated in
work.
December?
Huh?
She graduated in December?
Yeah, but she didn't get to walk because her college is so small that they don't have a winter walk. They only have a spring one. So she'll walk in the spring if she wants to.
I see. Okay, continue.
So anyways, like she started drinking early that night, so she was wasted. And so obviously after Mellow, she wants to keep going to the bars. And then
21, 22?
What?
Age.
She's 21. She just turned 21 in May. That was the last time I went to the bars. Was her birthday.
Well, I'm
party.
just curious because I feel like after you reach like 23, you kind of live that hype and you don't really.
But she had just
feel the
graduated.
urge
She
to-
wanted to keep drinking.
I know. I don't know, but you don't really feel the urge to get wasted on special occasions.
Well, she was old. Well, the thing was, they got her drunk at
At least in
work.
my experience.
Yeah.
Always forced.
Well,
was
no,
encouraged?
I mean, she showed up to work. End of the day rolled around, like probably I think an hour or two, and they're like, "Hey, let's have drinks."
Absolutely.
And so she got drunk at work and then went straight to the bar.
What? At work? Off the clock, I
She's
imagine?
no, on the clock. She's a bit of a lightweight.
Aye.
So it didn't take much. So her and all of her work friends were out at the bars already. And then we don't have a name for this other person.
Gender?
Female. She wanted to go to the bars after Mellow. Or at least to go to one bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, listen, I gotta be up tomorrow morning. I gotta be up Saturday morning so I can go to work.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we go to Mellow and we're sitting there and we're waiting for everybody to show up. And we get a text from from Rooster's girlfriend. And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring two of my work friends." And I looked at Rondo, and not Rondo. I looked at Rooster, and I'm like, "No." And he's like, "What do you mean no?" And I'm like, "Where are we gonna put them? Look at the table room that we have available, and where are we gonna put them? Because it's gonna be because obviously your girlfriend's gonna want to sit with you, and they're gonna want to sit with her because they don't know anybody else here, which means I have to go sit in the booth." And I'm like, "I don't want to go sit in the booth." Based off the number of people at the table. I'm like, I don't want to go sit in the booth.
You don't like booths?
No.
Why?
I used to like them. I don't like them anymore.
Why is that?
I sit too far away
Sit too far away?
from the table.
Oh.
Anyways.
See.
And then, if you got to get out to piss or something, if you're stuck in the middle, it's like... Or you got to get up all the time to let somebody out.
Fair enough.
So anyways, I was like, I'm not sitting at the booth. Luckily, Rooster had a mind of his own still, and he was like, yeah, you know what? No, they're not coming. So they didn't show up, although they were thinking, because they were all thinking, oh my gosh, what if we set Doc up with them? I'm like, no, no, no. I just want to eat my dinner in peace, then go home and open presents, and then so I can go home and go to sleep so I can be up at work the next morning. That didn't happen. Anyways, but they didn't show. But
What did you get were you 50-50 on the introvert-extrovert test?
no, I was a 60% extrovert. 69 maybe. I don't remember. Anyways.
Continue.
So, well, if it wasn't for work, I would have been fine staying out all night. But I had work. I don't want to be dead the next day. I'm dead now. This weekend has been a killer. Oh my god. Anyways, I ended up taking a nap by accident today for like a half hour.
How
Anyways,
convenient.
so, everybody shows up. We have dinner. The girls didn't even sit with us. So it was just me. It was just the boys at one table. The girls were at another table. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have mattered if our two friends had shown up or not.
Oh,
And so then we go to, have you ever been to Alchemy?
no.
Oh, went to the bar.
I don't go anywhere.
I thought you go out with your friends all the time.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. I told you that's a 21-year-old thing.
Ah.
21, 22 is when you go out and go to all
But you always
different
say
places.
you always hang out with your friends on Friday nights. So do you go to their apartments then?
Exactly, yeah.
Ah.
I just go to their place and hang out. We don't go out and go downtown bar hopping and all that. No, that's something you do when you're 21, 22. After that, because everyone who's at the bars is that age, and then you just feel old.
Well, not at this
Despite
bar.
the fact that I may look like I'm still,
16.
yeah. Despite that, you just kind of feel a little bit out of place because everyone there is just crazy.
Yeah.
And you just kind of just want to just hang out and just chill a little, You don't want to be going shots for shots and all that.
Well,
So
Alchemy was the place to be then for you because we were the youngest people there.
yeah,
There was probably nobody else there that wasn't at least 27 plus.
oh, so I'll need to wait a few years.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause we strolled in there. I'm looking around. I'm like, I mean, I'm dressed for this place because I just came back. I was just at work. So I'm like, okay, I'm dressed to be here, unlike some of the other people with me. Because some of them are wearing cowboy hats. And I'm just like, but I am not old enough to be here. Anyways, so we get there, they order drinks, and AK's girlfriend, I think her nickname's Eminem. We need to get these stupid sheets pre-printed. Anyways, she didn't bring her ID, quote unquote, didn't bring her ID, and so they threw her out. However, the funny part was they asked, "Oh, so yeah, if you guys can stay, you're going to need to have your ID." And so she left, and like they never asked to see my ID or like the other people. Some of the other people who
Tell
didn't
me
get
this.
drinks through ID.
Did you tell me this yesterday?
I might have. I don't remember.
I remember this story. Someone got thrown out and you got let in. You didn't check your ID or something like that.
Yeah. So she got thrown out. So they went back to the house, and they're like, "We're leaving at 10." And so we hung around at Alchemy for probably, I don't know, half hour.
Did you guys get drinks or food or anything? Or?
They got drinks. I kind of just sat there.
Like a what?
I didn't want to be there. I wanted to go home. It was almost 10 o'clock. Anyways.
Yeah, see, you're like me. I've gotten to the point where I just feel like an old man now, and I want to go to bed by 10.
Well, it's not like, again, if I had work the next morning, I would have been fine staying out.
But would you have drank anything?
Well, I never drink.
So how do you feel engaged? I don't know. To me, it just feels like you cannot fully have fun without, following the group. I don't know. Maybe you have your ways.
Bars are boring, period, whether you're drunk or not. Honestly, just being there, I don't understand. I don't understand what the appeal is. And they're like,
That's
oh,
because
we
you're
have.
not.
And
That's
like, oh,
because you're not drunk.
well, that's the
because you're
thing.
not drunk.
And then they're like, well, you have to be drunk. And I'm like,
Exactly.
then what is
That's
the point?
problem.
And I
That's,
said,
that's literally the problem.
that's-
You're not drunk.
well, no. And then I tell people, what is the point then? If I have to be drunk to have fun, which I can be, I can be sober and have fun. Case in point, last night. And I can have the best night of my life without being drunk. Case in point, last night. Anyways, so we're sitting there, and they're like, all right, I guess we better head back to the house so we can get the presents done before Eminem and AK leave. So they're like, so Outback's like, hey Doc, you want to drive my car for me? And I'm like, sure, why not, right?
Oh no! I'm sure this is going somewhere.
So he throws me his keys. Rondo and Rooster and I leave to go get the cars. Outback's like, it's on the 4th level of the parking garage. I'm like, okay. We get to the 2nd level. That's where Rooster's car is that we arrived in. And Rondo's like, well, I'm going to go with him. I'm like, no, you're coming with me. And he's like, fine. So we walked around the parking garage for, I think, about 15 minutes.
You should have did what I did. Remember that one time we went to the movie theater and we got lost, we turned on the horn?
I did that. The issue was I didn't want to turn on the panic button because, well, I didn't want to hit the panic button because there were literally just people hanging out in the parking garage for some reason. Well, by this point, Rooster was gone. He had picked up the girls and Outback and everybody at the bar, and they were already basically almost all the way back to the house. We were still lost in the parking garage trying to find Outback's car. So I didn't want to hit the panic button, so I was hitting the lock button. However, his car doesn't honk when you hit the park button.
Yeah, my dad's truck does that.
It goes beep beep.
No, it's like my dad's truck, like, it doesn't... it does something like that. It's like real soft, because the other day, last week, I had to take his truck or whatever, to my job. Mm-hmm. And they have a pretty big parking lot, and I forgot where I parked. And so I was hitting the lock. I didn't hit the horn. I didn't really think of that, but like I was just hitting the lock button, and then I eventually saw the lights or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it didn't make any noise.
Yep. Well, anyways, his car goes beep beep. So, had I known that, well, we still wouldn't have found it any quicker. But, anyway, so yeah, it was literally an episode of Seinfeld, because there's an episode of Seinfeld where they lose the car in a parking garage.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, but the escapades are not over. We're walking to the car after I see it, and I'm like, Rondo, do we have the card to get out?
You guys had to pay.
Oh, so we get in there, and we're digging around, and we can't find it. We call him. He's like, well, I don't have it. I'm like, Mother of God. So,
oh, wait, you do need that to get out.
Yes, you do. Well, kind of. I'm getting there. So we
Oh,
devised.
you went to go get a new ticket.
So we devised a plan. We were going to do the illegal thing because it's not my car. So it won't be me if they send a ticket or something if they watch the security cameras. So the plan was I was going to hop out at the outbound gate, go get a ticket from the inbound gate, shove that ticket into the outbound gate, and leave. However, God had other plans.
What?
However, God had other plans. There were 4 cars in front of us because the car at the outbound gate their card got stuck in the machine. So they had to have somebody come out there, open up the machine, and get the card out. But instead,
because someone's card got jammed?
But instead, I've had this happen to me before. But instead of the person getting it unjammed and leaving, like with what happened with me, no, this slut decided to stick around.
What? I'm not following.
She would grab people's receipts, run them through the machine, and then let them go.
Yeah? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Or what happened with you?
No, when I did it, the guy got my card, opened the gate, and I left. And then he left. This slut, she stood there and would take people's cards and run them through the machine.
Oh.
There was no reason for that, but she did it anyways. So we're getting up there and we're like, oh crap. We can't just get out and grab a ticket now. We're screwed. So, we're thinking, and Rondo's like, we're going to bribe her. And he hands me a 20. I'm like, oh dear God. So we get up there, and I've got the 20 like this, like the window's down, my arm's out. I got the 20 down below like this, and I'm like about to like flash it, and I tell her the story, and she's just like, well, it's $11.25 to get out of here with a credit card. You don't need a ticket to get out, but you will pay $11.25. And we're like, oh. And Rondo grabs his card. I hand him his 20 back. I'm about to hand her the card. And she's like, but for you boys, I will let it slide this one time. But no, next time, guess what you're going to pay? And we're like, $11.25. And at the same time, she's like, $11.25. She hits the help button. And she's like, I don't remember the guy's name. Let's call him Steve. Steve, let him through. She had the same voice. Steve, let him through. Opens the gate, and we drive away without paying a dime. But God forbid we were this close to paying $11.25.
So it's $11.25 without a card? Or without the little slip?
Yep.
Oh. So you don't even need to bribe them.
No, but we didn't know that.
And so you just got in and got out for free. Because she's like, let it slide.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a good time. I mean, and then there was last night where we about pissed ourselves playing Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, no.
When did we start that game? And we left it, we ended at about like 12:30. But
All I know is we went to, to go look at stars or whatever, the playground, at the start of the 5th set.
yeah, I don't know how long we were there. I don't know what time we got back.
All I know is it was like 1 a.m. when we left.
Yep, that's the only thing I remember. Besides blowing your boyfriend so hard he craps himself. Oh man, that card. Or no, the pedophile card. That made Kyle about piss himself too.
No, the first one you said, that was the best.
Yeah, and it didn't win that round.
I know, because it was something he liked better.
Something with a boner.
Yeah.
And absolute crap. Did you agree with me that I should have won that instead of Kyle?
Yeah, that card was better.
Yeah,
We were all laughing for like 5 minutes.
I know.
And then he read the next card, and it was like, oh, that's good too. And he's like, oh, they're all good. Now, we're going to go with the second one, actually.
Yeah, I think he just, because I was winning.
Mm-hmm.
Which I ended up losing because I swear to God, you two ganged up on me at the end.
I don't know how I won.
I don't know either. You didn't win squat up until Kyle
Because
left.
it wasn't until the end when I switched decks and I got good cards.
Yeah. The
I
last
kept getting like celebrities and stuff.
oh,
It's
those-
like this isn't that funny.
I remember when we hit Emma Watson, and Will was like, "Who's Emma Watson?"
Actress.
I'm like, "She's hot. She's a model, and she's an actress. That's all you need to know." Oh, and she was in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, but last night was pretty great, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
It's too bad you guys can't stay late for Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday at Grandpa's.
What?
We're going to Grandma's Friday.
I didn't know about this.
We always go to Grandma's on Friday, on Christmas Eve.
I know. Well, I thought this was. I thought that's why we got together last night.
No, we always have two.
Oh, I didn't know this. First time I heard about this.
I'm assuming you're working then?
I don't work. I didn't even know. I don't work. But I didn't even know what's going on.
Oh, well, text your mom for a time. I'm not really even sure what time. I'm assuming sometime after church. So probably like 6:30 or something.
How do I know if I'm invited?
You go every year. Except,
But I didn't get an invite this year.
technically you did. I just don't think you read it.
I never got a text.
Well, your mom's been running her around without her head for the past few weeks, trying to get ready for this trip. She probably assumed you already knew.
Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
Because this is kind of more of your mom's idea.
All I know is I know nothing about this until now.
Ah. Well, we
Now I'm
go
informed.
every year. How do you not remember going there every year?
No!
We do two Christmases every year.
No, we did one. Because this year we decided to get together at our aunt's instead.
We always do that. We always go there and do either the white elephant or the saran wrap ball, which we've done for the past 3 years. However, instead of doing lunch this year, we did dinner. And we were like, we can watch volleyball if it's on, and which is all they did, which kind of sucked. I don't think I talked to anybody there.
But did you really want to talk to your uncle and have him, make you feel bad for not having a girl in your life?
He wasn't even there.
I was just sitting on the couch.
Oh crap!
And then he went
wasn't he?
downstairs to watch the. And then he went downstairs to watch the game.
I like I said, I didn't talk to anybody there. All we did was sit in the kitchen and play cards.
I mean, he basically just said hello to me. We didn't really have a conversation.
Well, anyways, they were all preoccupied with a boring volleyball game, so.
Boring is a subjective term.
Well, I know. I was about to say boring to me, but apparently to everybody else in the state, it's interesting.
It's all we have to be. It's all we have to be happy about. We don't have a football team.
Sports isn't everything. I'm happy, completely content, not caring.
But you need to have something to care about.
No. Oh, I forgot the fourth segment now. This is not the piece of paper. I want to write that down. This is it. Oh, yeah. I'll have to write butter sock on here. Or the battery sock.
Mm-hmm. That's the fourth segment?
That is not the fourth segment, though. But I just need to write it down. But there's a video idea. We'll have to talk about it in the third segment. Battery, butter. And then, oh, yeah. Our favorite segment returns. Anyways,